Hello everybody, welcome back to the AAW show after the Invasion of Japan episode 86, and here comes Hisato, the man who lost the AAW championship match due to that man right there, Cody Lin. Hisato probably had the match won, but Cody Lin came out and distracted Hisato, which allowed Greg Griffin to put him down for the 1-2-3. I'm Jalen Peacher's solo commentary tonight. Grim is very, very busy doing work over there in his state, which is currently not in the state I live in. So, you will just deal with me once again by myself. And Hisato going to town on Cody Lin. We have not seen Cody Lin since the draft. When he got drafted to AAW, he just up and disappeared. But now he's back, waited his time perfectly, and screwed over his rival, Hisato, in the AAW championship match. You can see the aggression in Hisato's attacks, the disdain of hate that he has for Cody in his eyes. He screwed Hisato out of probably the best chance he would get out of getting the AAW championship. It was a one-on-one match in his home country. Clean as a whistle, he was about to defeat Greg Griffin, and Cody Lin comes out and calls him that Cody's running, and Hisato running after him, but Cody bait and switch as he tosses him into the fence. And now he tosses him into the steel fence once again, Irish whip. Cody Lin, former two-time AAW Global Champion, second longest reigning AAW Global Champion. His reign was just broken by Kyle Tyson this past pay-per-view, and he gets whipped into the steel fence as well. Cody Lin, no pushover, but Hisato, no pushover as well, as the referee is at the count of 6. And Hisato now goes right back in and right back out of the ring to inflict more damage on Cody. And now Hisato, oh man, a running knee, I forgot what that's called. Double D face bust, you know what it is. Referee back now at the count of 4. It's Hisato just waiting for Cody Lin to get up. Wants to inflict as much damage as possible for screwing him out of his AAW championship. Now Hisato to the top rope, and my goodness, Cody Lin, clearly dazed and confused, was staring at him the whole time, but still didn't counter, and only a 1 count. Excuse me. And now Hisato countered Cody Lin. Oh, now a running single leg kick. Cody Lin is not in the control of this match, but hey, that's appropriate for someone who hasn't wrestled on the show in over 20 episodes. No, I'm just kidding. It hasn't been that long, but he was close to getting that long. And now Cody Lin fighting back. Elbow strikes that put Hisato in the corner. Now look at this amazing athleticism, Hurricane Rana by Cody Lin. The spectacular Cody Lin, I might add. Ever since turning heel, has adopted a much more aggressive moveset. Oh man, dropping Hisato right on the back of his neck. Now Cody Lin with a standing shooting star press. And now taunting to the fans like, yes, I know you all love me, even though you all really, really hate me. Now an Irish whip delivered by to Hisato, and Hisato is about to get put up to the top rope. Cody Lin looking to deliver a, oh no, spider suplex, but Hisato counters, and again with a massive maneuver delivered from the top rope by Hisato. Cody Lin has not gotten an extended chance of getting Hisato one-on-one in a matchup, but today I think he's learning Hisato is nothing to joke around with. He is absolutely nothing to play with, and Hisato always going for a chair. He hates Cody that much. He wants to end it that badly. He's going for a chair, but the ref pulls it away. Oh, and Cody Lin with a massive spinning forearm strike. My goodness. And Hisato regaining his own forearm. No, countered by Cody. Clothesline now by Mr. Lin. And now Cody, look at the amazing athleticism leaping so far. And now Cody with a jumping clothesline and a kip up to cap it all off. And now a rolling thunder delivered by the former two-time AAW Global Champion. And Cody Lin going to ascend to the top rope, looking to fly like an angel. Looking for the frog splash. That ginormous frog splash by Cody Lin. This could be the end. Count it. No, a kick out by Hisato. Hisato able to throw that shoulder up at the last possible second. And now Cody Lin looking for a springboard shooting star press. You know, he should really stop doing that. He rarely hits that maneuver. And now Hisato has him hammer locked in for the DDT. Hammerlock DDT delivered to the spectacular Cody Lin. This could be the end of the match, and Cody is able to kick out at 2. The amount of power in that kick out. Cody Lin turning a complete 180 over on his stomach. You can tell every last bit of energy was used to kick out of that maneuver. And now the rapid kicks. Cody guarding up, but puts his guard down for a second and takes the foot to the face. And now he's hanging upside down in the tree of woe position. And a backstabber. A backstabber delivered. And now Hisato to the middle rope. Oh man, tried to do one of those powerful knee strikes, but misses. And Cody Lin. Oh, Cody has him up. Down for the brain buster. This could very well be the end of this match right here. No, and not a 3 count, a kick out. Cody Lin in major disbelief how Hisato was able to kick out of that massive brain buster and an enziguri. And now Cody is just going to start doing as many maneuvers as he knows, and he's looking for the front senton roll. Now Cody Lin going to go to the top rope once more. Excuse me. And now Cody Lin, spiral tap delivered to Hisato. Quickly going into the pin. Ref in probably the worst position I've ever seen a ref get in, and a kick out by Hisato. There was no power in that kick out. There was just a shoulder rolling up. His right shoulder just managed to roll up, and a standing shooting star delivered once again. This has been an outright phenomenal back and forth match as he delivers another rolling thunder. And now Cody Lin, he's looking to deliver the frog splash from all the way across the ring. Oh, Hisato rolls on his back, and no, Cody Lin misses the elbow drop. And Hisato now firing back, and Cody ducked the kick but didn't quite see the return. Didn't quite see the rotating feet coming his way. And now Cody Lin counters. Now he's going to ascend the top rope, and Hisato, dazed and confused, famous sir, leg drop, whatever you want to call that, delivered to Hisato and only a 1 count. Kimball Walker just got traded. Okay, why am I just now reading this? Wow, okay, that's quite a thing. I'm a Celtics fan, in case none of you know. That's quite a thing to be reading at fucking, what is this, 9 something in the morning. And a power bomb now, delivered by Hisato, and not even a 1 count. Not even a 1 count to Cody, as Hisato now delivers the Harlem sidekick. Now Hisato setting him up for another hammerlock DDT, but Cody sees it coming and pushes him off. Irish whip now into the corner. And look at the hard strikes. The hard strikes delivered by Cody, and an uppercut to finish it off. Now Cody looking for the seated drop kick down to Hisato. Now Cody is going to ascend the top rope once more. Looking for another spiral tap that gets countered by Hisato. Oh, Hisato looking for something, but no, Cody, he just whips him. He just whips him off. And now Cody Lin with another vicious spinning elbow, forearm, whatever. But this time Hisato is busted wide open. Hisato now outside the ring, and Cody Lin always looking to fly. He's pointing right at him. Cody Lin with the Phoenix Splash! The Phoenix Splash right outside the ring. delivering the feet, not in the ring. He didn't want to get him in the ring. Cody Lin delivers the Phoenix Splash out on the floor, wasting no time and throwing Hisato right back into the ring. And now Cody Lin, he's not quite done yet. Cody Lin wants to make sure, without a doubt, for a fact. One moment. Here we go. Frog Splash delivered to Hisato. Cody Lin, this has to be the end of the match right here. It is. What a phenomenal match for Cody Lin to come back to. He is able to defeat Hisato clean as a whistle.
Here is your winner, Cody.
Cody Lin was playing no games in his return match. One-on-one, no bullshit, nothing. He is able to defeat one of the hottest stars in AAW right now. Cody Lin proving why he's a former two-time AAW Global Champion with that phenomenal contest. And the fans here just happy that they got to see a phenomenal opening contest here on All Action Wrestling. We were back on AAW and all members of the generation have been found just laid the absolute fuck out. Hunter Austin, Landon Moore, and Gordon Manson has just been found laid out. We have absolutely no idea who did it, which is weird because we have cameras everywhere in this motherfucker. But the tag team champions have been found laid out. We will bring you more news or information of that if we ever get more. But right now, we have women's division action between former AAW champion Denise Woods, the woman in the red, and Rachel Ace, the woman who just delivered the suplex. I keep going every time Rachel Ace is in the ring. She is somebody who could definitely be a future women's champion if she ever gets her head in the game, as I just said right there. Flexing those muscles in front of a former women's champion will not get the job done. Denise Woods is not the type of woman to play around. She is a bad bitch. She is not going to sit there and let you taunt in her face. And Denise Woods now delivering over. Oh, a back elbow delivered by Rachel. And Rachel now, hard strikes delivered to the former women's champion. Rachel Ace looking to prove her worth here. If she can pin a former women's champion, that is definitely going to go a long way into helping her in her AAW career. She tried to deliver a Hurricane Rana, but Denise Woods said, sit out, bitch. Get this power bomb. Get this back to the mat. And a drop kick to the knee delivered now. You know Denise Woods is looking to injure those legs and knees and ankles as much as possible. She has an ankle lock in already. She has an ankle lock in delivered. Ankle lock. Rachel Ace is not trying to tap out. You see she's crawling to the ropes. Referee in perfect position. Absolute perfection. And she makes it to the ropes. Denise Woods now targeting those knees, targeting those legs, so she can hopefully put in the snake bite and make Rachel Ace tap out. Denise Woods hasn't quite been the same since losing the AAW Women's Championship, but you know she's trying to get back in. She's trying to get back her Women's Championship. And another double knee stomp delivered to Rachel. Now Denise Woods showing off and flexing herself. Rachel Ace over there just quivering in pain, trying to get back up to her feet. Oh, overhead strike missed and countered. And now look at Rachel Ace delivering this time a snap suplex to the former women's champion. Now Rachel Ace. Whoa, yeah, look at you. Yeah, whatever. And a leg drop now delivered. I'm not sure if that was the smartest move to deliver with all the leg damage she has currently taken in this match, but hey, it's her body. She can deliver moves how she wants to deliver them. Oh, man, and a fireman's rolling carry slam, and that was too long. It's fireman's rolling fireman's or whatever. Rachel Ace now going to the top rope. I guess those legs aren't as hurt as we thought they were. And look at that. I'm going to call that a flying headbutt because I didn't see any part of the body connect. Oh, and only a 1 count now on the former women's champion. Now, Rachel Ace scraping at the eyes of Denise Woods. And now delivering a German. No. Denise Woods is able to counter it. Oh, my goodness. Running head first, shoulder first into that knee of Rachel Ace that she has just been wearing down, tearing it up the entire match. And now another double foot stomp. Denise Woods in control of this match, and oh no, just a knee, not a knee, a stomp to the gut of Rachel Ace. Denise Woods is now effectively in control of this match. As she picks her up, oh my Jesus, dropping her onto both of her knees as she has just been tearing down this entire match. Denise Woods is not the type of woman to play around. She is not the type of woman to bullshit her opponent. She is going to get straight to the win if she has to, and a running kick to the knees. Denise Woods inflicting as much damage to those legs as possible. Rachel Ace trying to get out of the ring. She doesn't even know where she is. She doesn't even know that Denise Woods sneaked up behind her in another chop block. This is what Denise Woods will do. She does not care if the match is quote-unquote repetitive, boring, waste of time. She does not care about any of that. She is going straight for those legs as much as possible, and she is going to get her win with that strategy in mind, and another one. Denise Woods not letting up. Rachel Ace in so much pain. You can just truly see how she is just clinching for every single time Denise hits the knee. Rachel Ace is clinching for the affected body parts. Now Denise picks her up, and Denise delivers a drop kick to the knees. Rachel Ace doesn't even know where she is, but Denise Woods knows exactly where she has her. This is exactly where she wants Rachel to be, in the snake bite. In the snake bite, and Rachel Ace, after just getting absolutely dominated for the last 3 minutes, taps out, gets fucked up by the former AAW Women's Champion. I didn't expect anything less, to be honest.
Here is your winner, Denise Woods.
When you're dealing with the former AAW Women's Champion, you quite literally have to stay on your toes or she will chop you down. Congratulations to Denise Woods. I mean, the fans on their feet. I thought they hated her, but whatever. We have to move on, unfortunately. We have a message from the AAW champion who is able to retain his championship this past pay-per-view in Japan. Man. Y'all really thought that I wasn't going to be the AAW champion after the invasion. Y'all really thought that I was going to lose. Just because Hisato at the hometown event. Shit, not even hometown. He had the entire country behind him. I walked into his territory where he made his name, and I defeated him. There were 20,000 plus people booing me out of the building. And all of you really thought I wasn't gonna. Did all of you forget who I am? Former AAW Global Champion Greg Griffin. Current AAW Champion Greg Griffin. Did all of you forget how quickly who the hell I am? All of a sudden, I win this AAW Championship and all of you hate me. All of you revere me. All of you despise me. I'm not going to be hated. I'm not going to be vilified. And I damn sure won't be disrespected by any of you anymore, which is why I have decided a long time ago to just stop caring about what any of you think. Because to be honest, none of you are going to get me to the top. I'm at the top because of my wrestling ability. And I go in that ring, episode in, episode out, and prove why I am the best wrestler that AAW has. I have the accolades to prove it. I have the winning record to prove it. And I have this AAW championship to prove it. That match in Japan, that was just another chapter in the book of Greg Griffin that I'm going to keep writing. And this book doesn't end until I say, this chapter doesn't end. This reign doesn't end until I say it ends. And I say, you're all witnessing the never-ending AAW championship reign of Greg Griffin. Get comfortable, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, prepare your pitchforks and torches. Get all the fucking signs you want. Get all your thumbs twiddling on the internet forums that you want. Greg sucks, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm not letting go of this championship. Get comfortable. You're about to watch a marathon run for the AAW championship run past 100 episodes, 200 episodes, 300 episodes, 400. It's the never-ending AAW championship reign for Greg Griffin. Well said, champ. Well said indeed. But right now, we go on the other side of the arena, and Kyle Tyson and Azrael scrapping it out. They had the AAW Global Championship match in Japan on episode 85, the last episode before this one. Promotion is high tonight for you to go rewatch Japan. But now, after Kyle Tyson retained by unorthodox methods, I'm not going to tell you what happened. You have to go check it out. Oh, man. Kyle Tyson and Azrael having a brawl on the other side of the arena. And Azrael and Kyle Tyson battling it out. You know for a fact there will be a rematch here somewhere down the line. But that somewhere or sometime is not today. Azrael has Kyle Tyson up on his shoulders. I don't know what the hell exactly he's doing with him as he drops him right on his knees. Azrael and Kyle Tyson, bad blood here between both of those men. They just keep tossing each other into everything. Excuse me. And Kyle Tyson now tripping up Azrael. Kyle Tyson is now the new longest reigning global champion in AAW history. Wink, wink. And Kyle Tyson, he's picked up the trash can now. Azrael getting back up to his feet, and Kyle Tyson just whacks him with the trash can. Now Kyle Tyson, he's going to get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. But I don't know when this happened, but, hey, this must have happened right after Antonio and Tyler broke up their tag team, and the Tank now talking to Antonio Charles about something. I don't know what they're talking about, but if he's talking to the Tank, you know he must have got down to business because no one likes that guy. And now it is time
The following
for
contest is scheduled for one fall.
the main event.
Making his way to the ring from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ricardo.
Up and coming, amazing wrestler Ricardo, real young guy, 25 years old. He was drafted by AAW in the draft. He has yet to have a lot of opportunity to show off what he can do. But hey, he's here now as Jordan Diamond has booked a main event between him and Julio Ramirez. These two international wrestling superstars are going to go one-on-one. Ricardo, from as you just heard, is from Mexico. And Ramirez coming out to the ring is from Spain. Two very talented international prospects who Jordan Diamond has signed quite smartly, I might add.
And his opponent from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 265 pounds, Guillermo Razmirez.
Ramirez coming down to the ring. We have seen this man in action before when he gets very dominating victories over Flash Marcus, I'm guessing, because I can't remember who he faced, but I'm guessing it was Flash Marcus who took an L, because that's all he does now after defeating Fred last season. But hey, what are you gonna do? But anywho, Ramirez walking down to the ring. You know these two men are hella ecstatic to be in the main event. And you know these two are going to put on an absolute show. Both of these men looking to become future AAW champion, future AAW global champion. But hey, this is just a stepping stone in their careers. This is the lily pad of success. This is just another chapter in their books, as Greg Griffin probably would have said. Here we go, main event time. One-on-one, Julio, Guillermo, I forgot his first name, Ramirez and Ricardo going one-on-one. Two of the most talented men we have on this roster as he delivers a chop to the chest. And now Ricardo turning around Ramirez. Oh, back elbows now delivered by Ramirez. Oh, man, and a bicycle knee strike to the back of Ricardo. Ramirez, a big, powerful man, also super athletic for his size and the way his body looks as he delivers a crossroads to Ricardo. Now Ricardo back up to his feet, and Ramirez, an Irish whip now delivered. Oh, man, and a massive elbow. And now he's going to deliver a fist to the face of Ricardo. These two men have been waiting for opportunities, much like the rest of the AAW roster, and this is their chance to shine. This is their chance to prove this could be their coming out party. This could be the match they need to put themselves on the map of AAW, and a massive strike delivered by Ricardo. Oh man, just slapping him in the back of the head. Now a snapmare and a soccer kick. Ricardo in control of Ramirez right now. Irish whip. Oh man, and a sling blade, or as JTG used to call it, the shout out, which is a way better name, by the way, than just sling blade. And a slingshot splash delivered by Ricardo. Man, the puns and callbacks are endless tonight. And now Ricardo delivering an elbow, much like Macho Man Randy Savage. Like I said, the callbacks and puns are stupendous tonight. And a running front drop kick now delivered to Ramirez. Ricardo thinking he's done enough damage for a win. He might have done enough. No. He was close. He was close. That onslaught lasted for almost a minute, so I could see how he understood, how he might have thought he had a win there. Now Ricardo turns him over, and he has him in a submission hold, wearing down the big man. And I mean big in terms of muscles, not height, because they're basically the same height. As you can see, in a running knee strike now, delivered to Ricardo. That fucked him up bad. That fucked him up right and proper. And another crossroads delivered to Ricardo. Ricardo clinching at that face, and oh man, a gut punch. I mean kick, stomp. Why am I messing up? Now wrenching at the neck of Ricardo. Now Ramirez now with an Irish whip. And a spine buster, sit out spine buster delivered to Ricardo. No, and only a 1 count. And that got some of the fans, as you can see, on their feet. They were sitting down before that spine buster. Oh, they're sitting back down. Don't sit back down. But anyway, Irish whip now delivered to Ricardo in the corner. And Ramirez delivering a massive clothesline. This match has been back and forth. This match has been great, but I feel like it's about to be kicked into another high gear as he lifts him up for a powerbomb, and Ricardo not having any of it. Oh man, I don't know what that was. I guess he thought Ramirez, I guess they both thought that they were about to get one step closer to each other. And now an Irish whip delivered. Oh man, a pullback elbow strike. And now Ricardo waiting for Ramirez to get back up to his feet. And now a springboard elbow strike. Springboard European elbow, uppercut, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it an elbow. And now Ricardo, bam, a running knee strike. A running knee strike delivered. This could be the end of the match right here. No, and a kick out by Guillermo Razmirez. I forgot. And now Ricardo looking for another slingshot splash attack to Ramirez, but he is able to see it coming and counter and get out of the way. And now rapid strikes to the gut, to the chest of Ricardo. My neck is in deep pain looking down at this fucking iPad screen. And now Ramirez has him up on his shoulders and lawn darts him into the middle rope now. Ricardo wearing the crimson mask, wearing the red hood, wearing the, you get it, he's bleeding. He's bleeding from that lawn dart. And now Ramirez for the Ramirez special, and that's it. That has to be the end of the match right here. Ricardo's not kicking out right now, he is. Ricardo is able to put the shoulder up at 2. No idea how Ricardo was able to kick out of the Ramirez special, but he was able to kick out of it. And now Ramirez now looking to pick up more momentum in this matchup as he delivers a back cracker. Backbreaker, cracker, same difference. And now he has the camel clutch locked into Ricardo. Ricardo in the middle of the ring, nowhere to go, no ropes to get to. He has to either get out or tap out or maybe even pass out if he's unlucky enough. But Ricardo, Ramirez has it cinched in. And now Ricardo is able to slip out of there. Excuse me. Now Ricardo, oh man, dropping him down. Ricardo is sending the top rope, possibly looking for another elbow. Oh no, he's looking for the coup de grace, but no! Foot stomp countered by Ramirez. Oh man, a back elbow delivered. That left Ricardo dizzy as fuck. Oh my Jesus, he was out on his feet. And now shoulder thrust into the corner, putting Ricardo down on his ass. Now turning him around, and Ramirez again looking for the Ramirez special. That could be it right there. 2 Ramirez specials, and Ricardo is able to get out of there once again. Ramirez eyeing the ref. Oh my goodness, giving him the death glare. Now he wants to murder him. Oh my goodness, I have no idea how he was able to kick out of 2 Ramirez specials. But Ricardo back up to his feet. Oh my Jesus, look at the Spanish fly delivered by Ricardo. Phenomenal Spanish fly. This could be the end. Oh, Ramirez is able to kick out at 2. That was absolutely incredible. Ricardo just gaining a second wind of energy and then just doing a Spanish fly from the top rope. And now Ricardo delivering a missile drop kick. This could be the advantage he needs right here. This could be all the momentum that Ricardo was looking for. Ricardo now going to go back up to the top rope. And Ricardo now, oh man, a top rope DDT delivered to Ramirez. 1. No, and only a 1 count. I thought he was going to get at least a 2. Ricardo and Ramirez, this has been an outright phenomenal main event here. This is what all action wrestling is all about. Action in our wrestling. Wrestling is our action. We are high on the addiction for wrestling and action. Another sling blade now delivered by Ricardo that put Ramirez down. And Ricardo is going to go to the top rope. Once again, you know he has to be looking for the foot stomp. No, he delivers another elbow. Shout out to the Macho Man, Slim Jim Savage. Ricardo looking at him, and he's going to deliver a soccer ball kick just to make sure that he's not moving for good. Now Ricardo, more time than usual. The ropes just got fucked up. He's looking for another foot stomp. Here we go right here, and a foot stomp is countered once again by Ramirez. And now look at Ramirez slamming him down for the spine buster. Ramirez slammed his ass for the spine buster and picks him up now for a massive power bomb. He's not letting up on the onslaught. He's absolutely not letting up on Ricardo. Lifts him back up once more for another power bomb into the pinning combination. Julio Ramirez could have this, and he did. Guillermo Razmirez wins the match. I am so sorry for the amount of times I've possibly butchered his first name.
Here is your winner, Guillermo Razmirez.
Guillermo, I'm not going to remember that, but I'll do my best. Congratulations to Guillermo Razmirez on winning. We have enjoyed all of you watching AAW, and I will see all of you next time.